If you've ever had bad acne, you feel like you're the only one who does. But the truth is, most of us have suffered from bad skin at some point in our lives, whether that be when you're 13, 20, or even in your 40s. When I was 12, I developed serious acne, and that went on until I was about 18. So having bad skin for 6 years of my life was difficult to deal with. I'd either cake myself in makeup or even go as far as avoiding social events. I wanted to show you a photo of my acne when I was younger, but I struggled to find any because I've either avoided getting in any pictures or I've deleted them altogether. I'd even airbrushed some of my pictures just to hide it. Although there were often times my skin was okay, there were some days I did struggle to go about my day-to-day life because of it. I'm 21 now and my skin's improved a lot over the years. I want to use my own personal experience and the helpful advice from Dr Lauren Jamieson to debunk 5 common acne myths.
My name is Dr Lauren Jamieson. I am a GP and a cosmetic doctor, and I'm a member of the Primary Care Dermatology Society.
Well, history speaks for itself in my case because most of my blood relatives have had acne, with both of my parents getting it until they were in their 40s. But is it genetic? And can you get acne if your parents never had it?
Acne is a very common condition that can seem to run in families because you can often see members of the same family similarly afflicted. To date, there have been no genes identified that directly link to acne and are thought to cause it.
This is one I've tried to ignore because I am addicted to sugar and I've been ignoring the impact that's been having on my skin. In my opinion, if I eat things like burgers or takeaways, that doesn't really affect my acne, which gives me hope that this is a myth. But after eliminating sugar from my diet, I did discover how bad it was for my skin.
People would often think that chocolate and fatty foods were responsible for causing acne. Now, this is not strictly true, though we do know that a diet that's high in refined sugar and in processed foods can contribute to the health of skin.
I remember getting told this in primary school and thinking this was the mother of all saviours, but that's because my primary school spots weren't actually spots. So I would say this was a myth.
In the past, a lot of toothpastes might have contained a substance called triclosan, which is slightly antibacterial. By and large, most toothpaste manufacturers have stopped using this, and in fact, toothpaste contain things like menthol, which might actually be inflammatory to the skin.
I am awful for always picking or popping my spots. Everyone says not to do it, but it is almost impossible not to, especially when you follow Instagram accounts like Dr Pimple Popper.
Popping a spot yourself will make it feel better, temporarily, because it relieves pressure. In actual fact, the risk you run is actually forcing bacteria on the surface of the skin and around the spot deeper into the skin and actually creating more in the way of inflammation and increasing your risk of scarring.
Anything that comes into contact with your skin I think should be cleaned regularly. So your pillowcases, makeup brushes, or even your phone. I think it's really important that you find a skincare routine that works best for you. It took me about 14 different face washes to find one that suited my skin.
It is the case that external factors like phones and pillowcases will gather oil and bacteria if they're not cleaned regularly, and this is very likely to make acne worse. Things like makeup are really important because this can actually block the pores and the hair follicles, particularly if it contains a chemical called mineral oil.
I hope these explanations have helped in some way or another. To sum up, toothpaste does not help your acne, reduce your sugar intake, avoid popping those spots, and if you're buying makeup, avoid the ingredient mineral oil. If you do have serious concerns about your acne, do visit your local GP.